Hi, and welcome to the Industry Astrology Full Moon Forecast for April 2025. The moon is waxing, the energy increasing, getting brighter. How are you feeling? The moon is waxing, getting bigger and brighter, and on April 12th at 5:22 p.m. Pacific time, the moon will reach the end of the Purnima Tithi and then begin to wane again. Feeling on the edge of a breakthrough, perhaps, or at the end of your rope with something, ready to break free, ready for a new chapter. Maybe a lot of things have come to light in the last weeks about a relationship or about a commitment or some other situation. And there's a turning point now, a new way to see the situation, a new way to see yourself. This really is a breaking point kind of energy with this full moon, and a kind of liberation if you are ready to let go and ready to change. This is a powerful point of stationing for the planet Venus. She is going to be stationing retrograde just 40 minutes or so after the Purnima Tithi ends, which is a very rare confluence of events. Still in India, overlooking the ocean here. I just came inside because it was a little bit too hot. Couldn't quite think straight out there. The heat is on in many ways, and it's been on quite a bit since March, with Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, Rahu, and now Saturn as well, all in Pisces. All within just a degree or two from one another in the last couple weeks. They've been moving very slowly as well. Mercury and Venus stationing now, turning around. Mercury already stationed, but Venus is stationing on the full moon. This is the full moon of Chitra nakshatra. And Chitra is the star of opportunity, symbolized by a gemstone, a diamond in particular. And diamonds are stones that are created from enormous amounts of pressure and heat. So out of the pressure that we have been under, and this pressure particularly since the last few weeks with these retrogrades through Pisces and the eclipses, and now with Saturn, that pressure cooker has been felt on the collective, obviously with a lot of volatility and uncertainty in the stock markets. Particularly the fear aspect, I think, has been exaggerated by Saturn's entrance into Pisces since March 29th, creating a yoga that makes more anxiety on the collective and on a personal level. I'm going to be teaching a class on Saturn's very important transit through sidereal Pisces that began recently. It will include a deeper look at the meanings of Saturn in Pisces according to Vedic astrology, a historical analysis of Saturn in Pisces, and also Vedic horoscopes for all 12 Vedic signs. Be sure to sign up for that. It's coming up on the 19th. I will leave a link to register in the window below. On top of that, we have this powerful Venus retrograde. Since the last 40 days, she's been moving through Pisces, which is the sign of her exaltation, in a very deep process in which she goes down into the sun and essentially dies and is reborn as the morning star. So now she is now returning in her form as Phosphorus or Lucifer, the light bringer. And she is in this form considered to be reborn, her new, more rebellious, more pure and youthful power to reconnect with her innate value, her independence, the true source of love, which is within. Within about a week from now, she's going to reach her brightest luminosity as her appearance as morning star. So this is the moment of greatest renewal, coming back to your own life force, your own truth. It's the rebellious phase of Venus, the inner knowing, whole as itself. The turning point of Venus going direct just a few minutes, less than an hour, about 40 minutes after this full moon, is a very rare confluence of energy that looks like an amazing opportunity to be doing deep inner work around self-love and self-value. Reconnect with what makes you feel you, alive. There may have been in this Venus retrograde some lessons around how much you give and how much you receive in situations. Perhaps also issues around commitment coming forward or lack thereof, compromise. So if you find there's any kind of compromise or commitment in which you don't feel like you're truly honoring yourself or the situation anymore, Venus turning direct is a moment of reckoning in which you can really let go, be free of situations or patterns that are just no longer good for you. Venus has a very symmetrical orbit in which she returns every 8 years to station direct as morning star at the exact same degree, almost precisely the exact same degree as she did 8 years before. So every 8 years, Venus returns to the same position in her rebirth cycle. And so it's interesting to look back 8 years, which would be this April of 2017, and think about what was happening. Think about maybe how you were in relationship, how patterns were playing out then, and how you've changed, and what is the situation now. One thing about this full moon is that in some places of India it is celebrated as the Hanuman Jayanti, the birthday of Lord Hanuman, the representation of courage and energy and right motivation to serve and to help others, as well as to come back to a sense of self-respect as well, which is so much about what this full moon in Chitra is offering us. So listening to the Hanuman Chalisa, the prayer or other prayers to Hanuman, mantras to Hanuman, is a great way to magnify the power of this full moon in a healing way. So let's just take a look at what the tarot cards have to say about this powerful full moon turning point in Chitra, nakshatra. All right, so the first card that came through here is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, it kind of reminds me actually of what I was just talking about, of this monkey god, Lord Hanuman, the one who embodies courage and inner strength, and how much strength we really need right now in these unusual times, these difficult alignments. See, there he is. It looks kind of like Hanuman jumping over the ocean. He jumped to Sri Lanka holding a baston, club. Courage in the face of change. Coming back to your true inner value, your true inner power, and self-respect. And here's the counterpart, the Queen of Wands, like the morning star rising. Venus morning star rising is also, reminds me of this card a little bit too, because it's really the rebirth, the new birth, the new beginning. Also, it's interesting, the sun is entering the first sign of Aries just shortly after this full moon as well, which is considered in some parts of India as being the Vedic New Year. This time of year when the sun enters Aries, it begins the zodiac again. Aries is the first sign. So there's this whole reset happening, and this full moon is a part of that. Reconnect to your courage, your sense of inner knowing and power. The truth has always been within you. And now is a time to come back to that first primordial inner truth with an open heart and an open mind. The true love and self-respect that innately lives within you. Your soul knows its true value and power. Okay. Thank you for coming to the full moon forecast. I do offer one-on-one Vedic astrology readings online. I'm also offering this class coming up. Check it out on Saturn's transit in Pisces. This is a really important class, and the information I give and the horoscopes in particular that I give are good for 2.5 years to come. There are very unique challenges and opportunities that come with this powerful and very important transit of the Lord of Karma, Saturn, through Pisces. So check out my class, and I will leave a link to register in the description window below, and I will see you soon.